Hello, welcome to this first episode of GP IPM Funda. Today we are going to look at QA. Why QA? Because when it comes to IPMAT, students who do not have maths in 11, 12 tend to think this is a paper which is not for them, which is completely incorrect. And today I plan to show you how to maximize your score in QA, how to clear CAT, how to clear IPMAT QA section without worrying about 11, 12 maths. Okay. Now, before we move forward, let's have a quick look at the section as the paper pattern. 19, 20, 19, 20, and 21 3 years I'm looking at. 20 and 21 was a similar pattern, which is 10 question of short answer, 20 of MCQ. Both of them are QA sections. And English verbal ability, 30 questions. This was a 90-minute paper with 3 sections of 30 minutes each. But going forward, the paper is going to revert to its original pattern of 2019. Why did this new pattern come in? This was Corona induced. Okay. What was the 2019 paper? 3 sections of 40 minutes each and 100 questions in all. Out of these 100 questions, 60 questions were mathematics or quantitative aptitude, out of which 20 questions were short answer, which means no choices were given to you, and 40 questions are what are called MCQ, which means choices are given. And in verbal ability, you had 40 questions. So 40 minutes into 3 sections, 20, 40, 40 is the breakup. Now, what is the marking scheme? The marking scheme was very, very simple. For every correct answer in MCQ, which means section of QA MCQ and verbal ability, you would get 4 marks. And for every wrong answer, you'll get a -1. In the short answer, for every correct answer, you'll get 4 marks. For every wrong answer, you'll get a 0 mark. So, no negative marking in the short answer domain. Okay. Now, with this in background, let's have a look at what comes in QA. Now, when you look at the QA section, whether it is essay or MCQ, the 9, 10 topics, these are by and large the topics which are covered. Okay. There are a couple of other topics, but I'll talk about that in a short while. And these are by and large what are considered to be 11, 12 topics. But please look at these topics. Some of them are essentially 9, 10 topics, or they're an extension of 9, 10. This algebra you would have done. Inequalities, 9, 10th you would have done. Number system you would have done in 9, 10th. So which are actually the 9, 10, 11, 12 topics? I would say the topics which are 11, 12 are essentially these two. Oh yes, you can add probability also. Okay, and some amount of trigonometry, coordinate geometry. So what you need to understand, by and large, the topics which are there from 11, 12, some of them are extension of class 9. Some of them are extension of class 9, 10th. And prime example for me is geometry, a bit of geometry. Then you look at number system, inequalities, algebra, all of them you did in 9, 10. This is what is there. So what you can do is you can probably look at the higher level questions from these domains to be 11, 12. The others are essentially 9, 10th question. And for all practical purposes, matrices, determinant, permutation, combination, probability, and maybe a bit of coordinate geometry is what is there as far as 11, 12 topic is concerned. Look at this topic called sequences. We have done progressions. AP, GP. So what's the big deal? This is an continuation of that. So when you're looking at this paper, your task is very simple. You need to say, I will focus on the 9, 10 topics. Okay, that is the first thing. And in 11, 12, I will not worry at all. If it is an extension of my 9, 10 topic, I will look at it. Otherwise, I'll forget about things like matrices, determinants, permutation, combination, probability. If you can handle these, great. But if you can't, don't be worried about it at all. Okay. Obvious question is, does it work in the paper? Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Look at this one. Look at 2019, 20, 21 papers. QA short answer question. 75% of the question was 9, 10th. Similarly, MCQ again 30 out of 40 would be 75, almost 75 questions. 70%, 80%, 80%, 80%. It is safe to say about 75% of the questions would be from topics which pertain to your 9th and class, and that is where your focus has to be. Okay. And why will this work? Again, to add to this part, that 3/4 of the question are from topics which you have done in 9th. Then please look at the cutoffs also. The highest cutoff is typically for general category candidate. 20 marks in 2019. 20 marks means 4 marks per question. So we are talking about 5 questions here, 8 questions here. Okay. So if you could do 5 questions correctly in quantitative aptitude short answer and 8 questions correctly in MCQ, you would have cleared the sectional cutoff. You can look at the same thing other sections or other years also. 5 questions, 7 questions, or 4 questions, five. Okay, 6 questions. Let me take it as 6 questions. So we don't need to worry about this part. As long as you have at least 5 questions in short answer and at least 8 questions MCQ, you are safe. Now, what is the time limit per section? Let's look at that also. Uh, in short answer, you have 40 minutes, and in MCQ also you'll have 40 minutes. So let me say I don't want to play. I don't want to limit myself to 5 questions. Let me try to do 8 questions. So if I have to do 8 questions in short answer, I will have 5 minutes per question. If I want to do, let's say, 16 question in not 16, say 12 questions in MCQ, let me just increase it by 50%. I will have something like 3 minutes and 20 seconds per question. So I have ample time. In fact, I would say, as far as short answer is concerned, your target should be to look at doing about 10 questions. And in as far as the MCQ is concerned, your target should be able to do about 16 questions. But we can come back to this later. Let us stick to 8 and 12 at this point of time. Okay. The other way to look at this paper is look at the breakup of question in terms of easy, medium, and difficult. Just forget the difficult question, they don't exist for you. And again, you will have about 65 to 75% of the questions available to you. So this is not an issue at all. So what is your task? How do you attempt a paper? You attempt a paper by focusing on topics of class 9th and 10th. Okay. And let's check in IPMAT paper 2019 if this works. Okay. What is the process we'll adopt? First thing I will do, I'll ask myself, is this question from a 9th, 10th topic or the 11th, 12th topic? That is the first thing. Okay. If it is from 11th, 12th, I'll leave it. I'm not interested in. If it's 9th, 10th, I will look at two type of questions. Some which are easy, which can be solved very simply without a problem, and questions which are time consuming or difficult. Time consuming or difficult. These are the questions I will mark and come back to them if I have time in the end. Okay. So to me, the focus is to get these questions right. And as long as I have 8 questions at least here, it is not going to be a problem. To me, I'm not interested in these questions from 11th, 12th at all. This is not my area. These questions I will come to if I have time in the end. Otherwise, if I'm able to do only 8 questions from here, I don't have problem at all. Remember, 8 questions in essay means 32 marks. That means 32 marks. Okay. And if I'm saying 12 questions in MCQ, so this is essay, this is MCQ. This means 12 into 4, 48. We are talking about 80 marks easily. 80 marks is not a challenge at all. In fact, your target should be to go up to 100, 110. But to me, the beginning or the start point is 8 in essay and 12 in MCQ. Okay. Let's go to the paper now. IPMAT 2019 paper. First question. Sum of interior angles of a convex n-sided polygon is less than 2019 degrees. Maximum possible value of n. Polygons, interior angles, something you would have studied in 9th, 10th. So 9th, 10th topic. No problems at all. And if you know the sum of the interior angles, you can find the answer. So this is an easy question from class 9th, 10th, and it should be attempted by you. Okay. Question 2. Suppose A, B, C are real numbers greater than 1. What is the value of this expression? Now logs is something which you did in 9th, 10th, and I don't see any reason why you should not be doing it. However, even if you have not done, or even if you're a little uncomfortable with it, let me give you a Jugaad solution. Jugaad is a technique which I use, is a set of principles or rules that I follow to solve questions fast. Okay? Let me explain how I do it out here. Okay. Okay. What is this? Okay. This is actually log to the base a square b of c by a. This is log of base is b square c of a by b. And this is similarly log of base c square a of b by c. Right? Now, in these kind of questions, the my Jugaad technique is very simple. The question says a, b, c are real numbers greater than 1. Let me take a equal to b equal to c equal to 10. I have satisfied the condition. So what does this become? This becomes log of base 100 of 10 by 10 is 1. 1 is nothing but 100 to power 0. So what is this? This is nothing but 0. Similarly, this will be 0 and this will be 0. So what is the answer going to be? 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. How much time does it take? Less than a minute, maybe a minute and a half on the outside. And how much time do we have per question out here? We have about 4 to 5 minutes per question. Okay, so Jugaad techniques is something I'll be taking up in subsequent sessions. But to begin with, I would say 9-10 topic, even if you have to solve mathematically, it is not going to take you more than 4 minutes. So there's a question you should be happy solving in any case. Okay. Question 3. A real valued function satisfies this relation for all real numbers x and y. What is the value of f? This is a 9-10 topic. I don't have any doubts about it, but this is difficult or time consuming. Okay. So since it's a difficult or a time consuming question, I am going to leave it. I'm not going to attempt. So far, what have I done? Attempt question 1, 2, time consumption, question 3. I have still not come across any question which is class 11, 12. Okay, I have still not come across any 11, 12 topic so far. So 3 questions, 2 out of which we have solved and 1 we have kept it for later. If we have time, we'll look at it. Oh, 11, 12. What should we do? Simple, leave. I don't know matrices. I don't know determinants. I'm not going to waste my time on it. I'll leave the question and move on. This is a good question to have because you will not waste your time at all. You can just look at the question and leave. And the same thing can be done for the next question. So what is my situation now? Attempted. Questions 1, 2. Okay. Leave for later if we have time, which may or may not happen. Question 3. Leave. Ignore question 4 and 5. This is my status as of now. Look at this. Out of 5 questions, I've done 2 questions. 2 questions means I've got 8 marks. How many marks do I need? I need about 20 marks or so, or 25 marks, 24 marks. So 5 to 6 questions I need to do. Should not be a problem at all. Okay. Next. 3 friends divided some apples in the ratio of 3:5:7 among themselves. Ratios, class 9th, 10th. Okay. Ratios questions. Ratio is something that should be simple for all of you. After consuming 11, 16 apples, they found remaining number of apples with them was equal to this, okay, total number of apples. Simple question of ratios to be definitely attempted. So in addition to question 1, 2, we now have question 6 also. So we have attempted 3 questions out of 6 correctly. Question 7, a shopkeeper reduces the price of pen by 25%. As a result of which sales quantity increased by 20%. Revenue made by shopkeeper decreased by X%. What is X? Okay. Percentages, again, class 9, 10. And in your sessions with us, you would have also done the concept of successive increments. You can apply it. Or you can say, let me assume the cost price of the price of pen to be equal to 100 rupees and solve further. Okay. So whichever way you want to do it, it can be done. So now we have questions 1, 2, 6, and 7. 4 questions already done. I am almost sure of clearing the cutoff now. For all values of x, this expression lies between 1 and k and does not take any value of above k. What is k? Okay. So what is the way out? You'll say 1 should be less than this expression. Should be less than k. And then you'll have to juggle around with this to find the value of k. Now, this is going to be a difficult question. So, while it is from your class 9, 10th topics, it is a difficult question, and I think it is not something you should be looking at favorably. Okay, this is a question I would be happy leaving. Okay, so just to repeat, 1, 2, 6, and 7 we have attempted. 3, 4 is something we had left. 3, 4, sorry, not 3, 4, 4 and 5 we had left without attempting because they happen to be class 11, 12 topics. And yes, 3 and 8. Question 3 and 8 are my difficult questions from 9, 11, 12, from 9, 10, and I have left them. Axiom distance between the points -50 and the point on the circle is what? Now, if you studied circles in class 9, 10, this is a straightforward question. If you have not, you should leave it. Okay? As simple as that. If you don't know anything about circles, please leave this question and move on to the next one. I will, for the moment, assume that you have studied and it is a difficult question, hence I'm leaving it. But those of you studied circle, please draw the figure. My Jugaad solution is going to be draw the figure. Okay. Draw the figure, you'll get the answer. So question number 9, I'm keeping it along with 3, 8, and 9, which means difficult questions from class 9, 10th topics. Okay. X, Y, Z are positive real numbers, so that x to power 12 equal to y to power 16 equal to z to power 24. The 3 quantities are in arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression, you know, If three terms A, B, C are in arithmetic progression, then the middle term should be twice of the first two terms, or the middle term will be the average of the first and the third term. So middle term is twice of the first and third term, or middle term is the average of the first and third term. Can be solved. Convert everything to a common base, and you can get the answer. So it will take you how much time? Maybe 2 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. 4 minutes, not an issue at all. Remember, if I have to do 8 questions in 40 minutes, I can do up to 5 minutes per question. It is not a challenge for me at all. This is again a question which is doable. So, in addition to question 1, 2, 6, 7, we now have question number 10 also, which we have definitely solved, which we definitely solve. And that means we have already cleared the cutoff. Now we need to go towards maximizing the score. And look at this, 5 out of 10 is done. Half the question I am able to solve using my basics of class 9th, 10th. 11th, number of pairs of xy satisfying this expression is what? Okay. Let me assume 11, 12, or let me assume sine, theta, etc., etc. Some of you will struggle or it is difficult. So I will prefer to say this question belongs to class 11, 12 for you, and hence you should leave. Okay. Circle x square plus y square minus 6x minus 10y plus k equal to 0 and or equal does not touch or intersect the coordinate axis. If 1/4 does not lie outside the circle, what is the range of a class 11, 12 leave? If it is 11, 12, don't ever waste your time thinking how to do it. Your task should be very simple. Leave and let's move on. Matrix. Leave. No time to worry about such questions if you don't know the topic at all. Let the set for be this, okay. For each k equal to p defined, okay. Something is there. So there's a set theory question or set question, and it is maybe from 9th and maybe 11th, 12th. Either way, I'd say it looks to be difficult and time consuming, and hence it is not a question that you should be looking at attempting in the paper. 15th. The number of whole metallic tiles that can be produced by melting and recasting a circular metal plate. If each tile has a shape of right angle isosceles triangle and the circular plate has a radius equal in length to the longer side of the tile. Assume tiles and plates. So what are we doing? We are melting one figure and converting into multiple numbers of another smaller figure. That's all we are doing. We have to equate the volume. This is something which you did in mensuration in class 9, 10. This is something you should be attempted. This could be a little time consuming, but still you should be able to do it in something like 3 minutes or so. So in addition to the 5 questions which we had looked at earlier, 1, 2, 6, 7, 10, we now 6, 7, 10, we now have question 15 also with us. Okay, question number 16. Mod x is less than 100, mod y is less than 100. Number of integer solution of xy satisfying this. This is a standard linear equation question, which you would have done, which is from a 9, 10 topic, linear equation, and should be solved by you without any problem. So which question is this? 1, 2, 6, 7, 10, 15. Now we have 16 also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions. We are almost close to the target number of 8 questions that we had. 17. Oh, we found our 8th question. Average of 5 distinct integers is 110. Smallest among them is 100. Maximum possible value of the largest integer from class 9, 10. Average is something that we know of, and this is our question number 8. So question 17 to be attempted definitely. And along with these, if I add question 17, how many questions we have got? We have achieved our target of 8 questions in this paper of IPMAT 2019. But remember, there are 3 more questions left. Let's look at those questions also. Assume all positive integers are written down consecutively from left to right, as in this particular expression. The 6, 3, 8, 9 digit in the sequence is what? Okay, no issues at all. We need to find the 6, 3, 8, 9 digit. There's a question which you have done in your studies. There's again a class 9, 10 question for all practical purposes. So please attempt. Question 18, class 9, 10 to be attempted definitely as far as the paper is concerned, assuming you have time. If you say I've already exhausted my time, I don't think you can do anything. But if you have time, you should definitely attempt this one also. Number of pairs of integers whose sum are equal to their products. Again, 9, 10th. What example? 2 plus 2 equal to 2 into 2. Okay. Another example, 0 plus 0 equal to 0 into 0. Can you think of more things? This has got nothing to do with maths, by the way. Is it not common sense kind of question? And that is what you should be looking for. Question 19, again, I would say attempt. Question 20, you have been asked to select a positive integer n which is less than 1000 such that it is either a multiple of 4 or multiple of 6 or an odd multiple of 9. What is the number of such numbers? What are you supposed to do? Something which you studied in numbers, class 9, 10 topic. Okay, what will you do? Find multiples of 4. 4. Then multiples of 6 minus multiples of LCM of 6 and 4 is 12. So then you have to look at odd multiples of 9 also, plus odd multiples of 9, isn't it? It will take you time. Yes, it will take you time. Maybe 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, not an issue at all. This is a question you should be attempting. Okay. So the 20 questions of essay that we have done. Let us see what is a summary of this. So what we have done is, as far as questions from 9, 10 topic, which we will definitely attempt. Which are those? 1, 2, 6, 7. 6, 7, 10, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. 20. How many questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 11 questions here. And out here, which are the so-called difficult or time-consuming questions? They are 3, 8, 9, 14. 3, 8, 9, 14. Okay. And questions from 11, 12 topics. They are 4, 5, 11, 12, 13. Okay. 4, 5, 11, 12, 13. How many are these? These are 4. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total of 20 questions. Now what I want you to understand is, if you are looking at these 11 questions only, you have about in 40 minutes. If you have to look at these 11 questions only in 40 minutes, you have almost 4 minutes per question. Why? Because couple of questions you'll do in a minute, minute and a half using the jugaad technique, the couple of questions which I've talked about. Okay. And other question you can do 4.5 minutes also. These are questions you should not be wasting time at all. These are questions you should look at only if you have time in the end and you are confident of attempting it. Let me say you are not confident of attempting any of these. These you will not attempt. These you will not attempt. You still had 11 questions. And out of these 11 questions, even if you got 8 to 9 attempted, you would have done your job. And that is what I want you to remember. Your focus should always be on the 11, 12 stuff and the extension of 11, 12 rather than pure, I'm sorry. Your focus should be on 9, 10th material and extension of 9, 10th rather than on 11, 12th items. Any topics or domains which you have not studied in 9, 10th, please forget about it. They are not relevant from the perspective of this paper for you. Okay. Now, so what are the key learnings? First, while preparing, focus on 9, 10 topics and topics of 11, 12 that are connected to 9, 10th. So forget calculus, forget integration, forget the permutation combination. If you don't understand them, if you're not okay with them, just don't worry about it. Even if you had maths in 11, 12, I'll say this is the easier part of the paper. Even if you have 11, 12 maths, even then you'll find 9, 10 topics are easier and you'll be able to solve them faster. Okay. Next thing, ignore time-consuming questions of all topics or difficult questions of all topics, irrespective of whether they are from 9, 10th or 11, 12th. For example, these are the questions which are difficult or time-consuming questions from 9, 10th. I'm not interested in them. I'll leave them. Okay. Third thing, this is what you need to start with. This is your starting point. 8 questions in out of 20 in 40 minutes. That means you can go up to 5 minutes per question. If you say the question will take me about 5 minutes to solve, please solve it, no issues at all. Because there will be 3, 4 questions you'll do in minute and a half, 2 minutes also, and you'll save time which can be invested here. Similarly, MCQs, this means if you can do a question within 4 minutes, you should do it. Okay. 12 out of 40 actually means 12 questions in 40 minutes means 3 minutes 20 seconds. Again, since a few questions you'll use my jugaad techniques and solve them faster, you'll have a little extra time to do them. Okay. So this is the basic approach that you need to adopt. And yes, as I said, we'll develop jugaad skills as we go along. I'll be doing sessions which will help you, which will share principles of Jugaad or the rules you need to follow and how do you apply them in the actual paper. Okay. So that's it from my side. So just to repeat once again, this is what you should be focusing on and this should be your target. So all the best for your IPMAT.